Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for attending today's Zoom. My name is Kalpesh Patel, and I am super excited to share information with you that could blow you away. The important thing is that you pay attention, put all distractions aside, and give yourself 100% of the opportunity to listen to what we're sharing for the next 35 minutes. And I promise you it's going to be worth it. If you don't, you might miss something that's crucial for you, and that could be costly. So all questions will be addressed at the end openly. And the intention here, the request is that you listen with intention. And the intention that you want to listen with is how can this opportunity help you to improve the quality of your life, wherever you are at. Everyone's in a different place, and we appreciate that. So see if you can listen from and watch from a place of, I wonder how this can make a difference to where I'm at and what I'm up to in the world. All right. So we've got an income disclaimer, very quickly, just whiz through that. All opportunities involve risk. Now, we know that. All adults here, we're all intelligent. We know that opportunities involve risk. In today's world, unfortunately, many of the risks are so in your face and obvious, but still so many people get hurt because they fail to do due diligence. And so I recommend everybody does due diligence before you put your name to anything. And so today's presentation is just factual, no hype, no fluff, just facts. And all of the facts that I share with you on this Zoom are verifiable, all documented in the real world. And so whoever's invited you here has done so with a massive heart, and they will make available to you as much due diligence as you need to make a powerful decision by the end of this presentation. So the company we want to talk about is Hypertech Group. They are the world's strongest blockchain alliance, not just words, not a fancy sentence to start the presentation, but literally the backdrop of everything I'm going to share with you over the next half an hour or so. So there's 4 pillars that make up Hypertech Group. The first one is called digitalx.com. They were founded in 2014, and they were the first blockchain company in the world to be listed as an IPO, and that was done on the Australian Stock Exchange. The founder of this company, of this group, fought regulators and governments and institutions globally for years to, if you like, legalize the blockchain industry. He's been a real pioneer right from day one, since 2009. He also launched another company in 2014 with his business partner, and they launched Blockchain Global back then. Blockchain Global is a $300 million plus invested of their own money into 80 successful projects that are all blockchain related, including Nem and Tron. Again, if you're familiar with the industry, you know those brands. They are dominant. And these guys own both of those companies, multi-billion-dollar brands. Today, Blockchain Global advises companies in the Fortune 500 list and governments. It's become a multi-billion-dollar publicly listed group of companies on the Australian Stock Exchange with offices all over the world. The third company, Collinstar Capital, again, founded in 2015, a year later, but already established itself as the biggest VC company in the world in the blockchain space, publicly listed on the Australian Stock Exchange as well, with $400 million of his own money invested in other people's projects as a VC, as an investor. The gentleman that I'm going to introduce you to has funded 40 plus cryptocurrency exchanges in the world and 12 of the top 20 cryptocurrencies globally. Another multi-billion-dollar public listed group. And last but not least, Hypercash, his very own cryptocurrency, just like Bitcoin. This one's got a big twist to it. It's been around for 4 years. And the big twist is that this company, Hypercash, was set up to work directly with IBM to solve a problem that didn't even exist when the company was set up. And that is quantum resistant security. Some of you may be aware, not all of you might be. Quantum computers have been invented and they are on their way on a massive scale. And when they come into the world, all old computing, right up to supercomputers, the most powerful computers in the world today, become redundant as far as power is concerned, and especially where security is concerned. And so IBM and Hypertech Group is working closely together to solve that problem. Governments have funded this organization. Research and development is done by top universities around the world. The gentleman behind this, Ryan Zhu, you saw him, if you were here early enough, in that brief clip that I shared of the documentary on Amazon Prime. Ryan Zhu is the founder of Collinstar Capital, the multi-billion-dollar company that I shared about, all of the stuff I've shared about so far. And Collinstar funded Binance. Again, if you're in the industry, you know Binance. They're the #1 blockchain crypto exchange on planet Earth. They transact billions a day and Ryan funded them on day one. When CZ had no money but a big idea, Ryan gave him the money to get started, and the rest, as they say, is history. So a shareholder in Binance, but also a shareholder in 40 plus cryptocurrencies in the world, exchanges in the world, such as OKX, BitDAM, etc. Some of the biggest names that you've heard of, Ryan has funded them. He also owns ZB.com and BW.com. He funded Ripple. You may have heard of that one. Monero, Tether, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, and many others. So he's a real prominent figure. Everyone in the space knows him as the Martian. He's world famous within the blockchain industry amongst the who's who. And not only does he own up to 60% of some of those cryptocurrencies, he started mining Bitcoin in 2009, a self-made multi-billionaire with 3 cryptocurrencies of his own in the world. Hypercash I've shared about. He also owns Molecular of the Future, a microfinancing project that is also in the top 100 coin market cap coins in the world consistently, along with Hypercash. And his most recent project, which is a macro financing project, is HyperDAO. So all asset-backed tokens publicly available in exchanges around the world. Ryan has listed many companies on stock exchanges globally, Tokyo Stock Exchange, Australian Stock Exchange, NASDAQ, etc. He's focused on the blockchain industry, and he's a majority shareholder of 5 of the many companies he's listed and helped to list. His business partner is Sam Lee, also a well-known blockchain early adopter and expert. He speaks often in different forums and arenas around the world around blockchain, been invited to the United Nations and World Economic Forum as well, where he's spoken about blockchain. They've opened up blockchain centers together all over the world. There are 16 of them. The plan is to open 300. And then there's, of course, we've got interviews on all the top big channels. And as mentioned before, Fortune 500 companies are their clients, as well as government contracts globally. And there are so many slides like this in the due diligence. I deleted most of them. This was like a 200 plus slide deck when I first got it, but I got it. I understood, and then I just deleted everything and narrowed it down to a 35-minute overview. So here you can see the world's first MOU signed with a blockchain company was Blockchain Global for the Australian Trade and Investment Commission. In fact, in all of Australia, the first blockchain agreement signed was with these guys. Here, a Russian government-owned bank signing an agreement to implement blockchain technology there. Here, they are opening centers with the ambassador of Indonesia, the chairman of the SEC in Montenegro, Geneva delegation, the big authorities and fintech companies of Bangkok, and another MOU signed with Denmark. And like I said, there's so many of these, it was surreal. They've literally shown up the whole world at government level when it comes to blockchain consulting and implementation. So I want to ask you, with this group, think about it, like really give it some thought. And just to add to that, in the last 6 years, they've built this not $1 billion company, not $2 billion companies, not 3, not 4, not 5, multiple billion-dollar companies and multi-billion-dollar companies, all in 6 years. And if they haven't built them, they've funded pretty much most of the biggest projects that exist in the world today of blockchain and crypto. So when they come into the direct selling industry and reach out to you and say, listen, now we're ready to work with you, the public. We want to build the world's biggest blockchain community so that we can have users for all of this amazing technology that we continually deliver into the world, because what's missing is education and awareness. The masses are not in yet, but they are coming. So again, I ask you, when somebody like this knocks on your door and offers you an opportunity to partner with them to make your next fortune, what is your response? See, this is a genuine profit share opportunity, the first I've seen in my 24 years of direct selling. You can become a promoter with Hypertech Group and take advantage of the biggest wealth transfer of our lifetime, which is taking place right now. Trillions of dollars are pouring into the blockchain space, and the decentralized finance space is the most exciting of all. And this decade is going to be just dominated. Already the last 4 or 5 years is beginning to show signs of that, but really the next decade is all about mass adoption. So mass adoption is coming. Do you want to be ahead of that curve, in the middle of it, or at the end of it? And the fortunes are always made when you can get in just before the masses jump in. The toughest Wild West phase is over. The high risk, massive loss phase has passed us over the last 5, 6 years. And now Hypertech Group is making history, and they are offering you a share in their wealth creation journey. Are you up for the plan? Are you up for the challenge? See, this is how the company makes money. And that's why I say it's a genuine profit share opportunity. First of all, they are one of the world's biggest cryptocurrency miners. They've been mining since 2009. As you saw in that short documentary, they purchased almost 20% of the world's supply of mining equipment in 2014, just for starters, and have built massive farms globally since. Secondly, they are market makers. They own so much stock of Bitcoin, Ethereum, all the Monero, Ripple, the coins that they own, and other various projects that they funded. They own so much stock of the coins, the tokens, that when they go to the market and buy or sell, the market moves in the direction they choose. Think about that for a second. 95% of traders are retail traders. They lose their shirts to the market makers. So what would you rather do? Go and learn to trade crypto or trade something and hope to win against the people that make the decisions, or flip it and work with them, where they are now sat on the side that always wins. They say the house always wins. These guys, when it comes to crypto, are the house. So now we partner with the house. They angel invest. They're like the Dragon's Den or the Shark Tank of blockchain. When new projects come up, these guys have got the deep pockets and the experience. 11 years in the industry, 6 years with listed companies globally dominating the space. They've got an eye for what works and what doesn't work, and they are aggressively funding the whole industry, and now they're going to give us an opportunity to get into that part with them. They also launch projects of their own. Imagine every time they launch projects in the future, we'll be partnered with them. They stake projects, giving people the opportunity to earn fixed returns every month. They list other people's tokens on big exchanges around the world. This brings in huge revenue and tons of free tokens. Now, they will only be listing tokens or projects that they believe in. So if they find a project they believe in that's already been tokenized, and they list that token, and that token they feel is going to go up massively in value, and they get paid in cash, but also they get paid in the token. Can you see the genius of it? And then also they own cryptocurrency exchanges. They funded the biggest exchange and many other of the big exchanges in the world, and make fees every time somebody buys or sells cryptocurrency. And now they're saying to us, we're ready for the public to join forces. Why? Because it's huge. The industry is massive. They're playing in the billions, and the industry is ready to take on trillions in the coming years. So they're just gearing up. They're just leveraging, they're scaling, they're getting ready to scale massively in partnership with the public, and they're happy to share the profits. So the next goal they have lined up is a $300 billion IPO by building the world's biggest blockchain community. That's the missing piece. We are the solution to their next big goal. They've got the infrastructure, they've got the history, they've got the story, they've got the brochure. They've got the best brochure anyone could ever want for an IPO. Every big IPO over the last 15 odd years, not every, a lot of the big IPOs, the Facebooks, WhatsApps, Instagrams, et cetera, Snapchat, whatnot, multi-billion-dollar IPOs and $100 billion plus IPOs, none of them had profits on their books. They were in deep, deep losses. Here we've got a group that's in technology that even if it was in losses could be worth billions, hundreds of billions, like Facebook and others like that. But they're making profits. They're like hugely, they've just turned zero into billions in 6 years. So imagine that, introducing the fifth pillar of the group, which is HyperFund Global. That's where we get to play with them in the big boys' playground, if you like, or the big girls' playground if you're female, right? So this is the place where it all happens. So income option number one. HyperFund Global is the world's most credible passive income program available, certainly to my knowledge. And the reason for that is that these guys are documented, the number one players in the world in the blockchain space. Everything they do is at the highest level, and they're now offering us an opportunity to work with them. So when you join this community, the goal is the biggest community in the world of blockchain people. When you join this community, number one, most people do not know anything about blockchain. So again, if you're one of those that is unfamiliar with half the things I've spoken about, don't worry. I was in a similar boat 8 months ago when I signed up to this. All right, although now I'm absolutely loving it. It's my first blockchain stroke cryptocurrency opportunity in the direct selling space. And boy, I am so super excited. Benefit number one, Mars Academy. We learn about blockchain and crypto. Benefit number two, daily profits. They take our money and they put it to work in the markets. With the 6-year history they've got, I'm more than happy for them to do that for me. And they return great profit share every single day. The third benefit, when they fund or when they launch new projects, they will alert us before the masses find out. We'll get the opportunity to get in at 20 to 30% below market value and then materialize profits consistently over the coming years. If you love the idea of being a part of such a community, $300 gets you in. Anything above that is a bonus to you. So choose the level of membership that works for you. Everyone's in a different place. We get it. But 300 is the minimum. So do what you got to do to get yourself in. If $300 is a lot of money, it's not the money that's the problem. It's the vehicle that you are using to create money that is failing you. You're a human being. You are more powerful than $300, and you know that. So do what you got to do. Find your way in. Once you're in, if you're able to go higher, fine, that's your call. The company is committed to doubling the value of your membership through the powerful profit share system. How does that work? Well, they will work our money in the markets, market making, cryptocurrency mining, investing, etc. They do all that stuff. That's what they're brilliant at. And they take a long-term view. So when you move money from your bank into a membership, they don't just enjoy the benefits of that membership and drive Ferraris and do all of that, which a lot of times happens. No, they have a plan. So they put your money to work in the markets. They've already got all the big toys that they've ever wanted, right? So now they're working your money, and they promise that they are more than happy to return a minimum, and I love that, a minimum of 0.5% a day, 7 days a week. That's 15% a month. That's 200% in 400 days, a little over a year. So that means that if you bought a 300 membership, you'd get 600. 1,000 would be 2,000, and 10,000 would be 20,000. A 50,000 membership would be $100,000 back to you in a little over a year. Passive income daily. No monthly fees, no forced upgrades, no hidden gotchas, real simple. You join, you start earning. Very, very simple. They have a promotion running right now. It's imminently going to end. We don't know when. It will end when they've just been designing a new app that goes live very soon. It was supposed to go live on the 1st of September. They're just doing final testing, a little bit of extension. So we're just waiting for that. But anyone that gets in before the new app will get 3 times the value of their membership back, which means that 0.5% minimum per day could be more, but I'm always working on the minimum. That 0.5 per day will continue to pay until you've had 3 times the value of your membership back, which will take 20 months. How about that? Isn't that super beautiful? I love it. This is, everyone wins. Everyone that joins the community wins. That's the incentive. So they're offering this to bring the bees to the honey, as they say, right? So they're attracting people to come in so that they get their job done. So I want to now talk a little bit about compounding, sidetracking a little bit, nothing to do with the company, but just a concept. And a lot of people that understand this get it anyway, but many people don't, surprisingly. Compounding is a very fascinating concept. Einstein said it was the 8th wonder of the world. Let me show you why. Let's say you started with a $10,000 package. Well, at 0.5% a day, you'd be making $50 a day every day. And linearly, you'd be making $2,000 a month, all right, at 20% per month. If you move that across to 12 months, that's $24,000 in a year. In my humble opinion, anyone that can turn 10,000 to 24,000 passively is smart, because now you've turned $10,000 spending power, if you like, to $24,000 spending power in a year. Smart. But what if you didn't have to spend that money? What if you didn't withdraw it? What if instead of withdrawing that money, you repurchased within the system? So now the 2,000 adds on top of the 10, which means that in month 2, there's 12,000 in the account that's earning 20%. It's 2,400. Month 3, there's 14,400 in the account earning 20%. That's 2,880. And month 4, there's 17,280 working for you at 20% a month. And that's my magical number right there, 3,456. Now imagine what that would be in a year of compounding. If it's already gone from 2,000 a month to 3,456 a month in 4 months, what would it be in a year? Well, $10,000 in 12 months at 20% a month would have turned to $100,000. Now, if you've never done this before, this is going to sound insane, and it might even freak some people out. So forget that. Ordinarily, you bought a membership and they'll double the value of money. Done. All right, the value of the membership. Currently, they triple it. But once you understand this and you understand what these guys are up to and how they can do this because of the space they're in, because of the tremendous growth curve and the profitability of this space, then literally this is the ticket that everybody, in my opinion, has been waiting for in this space. The ability to ride the wave with the right people at the right time and really profit massively in an insane speed. Again, more layers of credibility. This group has just got it all in place. They've been working so hard for the last 6 years, putting infrastructure in place. Look at this. They own their own bank, HyperBC, HyperBank. To that bank is attached HyperWallet, to which is attached HyperPay, a card, which you can use in any shop anywhere in the world to spend cryptocurrency as if it was cash. To my knowledge, this is the first wallet that where you put your BTC into the wallet, they give you 10% a year interest. You can put USDT into this wallet and earn 5.7% a year interest. That's right, they stake your cryptocurrency while it's sitting in the wallet. I've got currency sitting in all sorts of wallets out there that doesn't pay me anything. So of course I'm going to move my money from there to here and let that earn me money while it sits there, right? And then with the card, I've got access to it whenever I want. I can go to any shop anywhere in the world, buy myself some food, buy myself some jewelry or clothes or airline tickets or hotels or whatever I want. I zap, 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 spending cryptocurrency as if it was cash. And the other thing, I can go to ATMs and pull out cash as well, all of that great stuff, all the benefits of having a debit card. But the other thing that's really unique about this card, and again, for me, that just speaks volumes for the credibility again. This is the only card I know of in the world that has a limit of $50,000 a day for transactions. $50,000 of transactions per day on a crypto card. Unheard of in my world. May well exist, but I haven't found anything. So here they've just announced a special promotion as well. I'll tell you about that shortly. For anyone that buys a $1,000 package, you can get one of these Hypermate G secure hard wallets for free. Enjoy. Love it. So sexy, right? So if you want one of those for free, a good friend tells me that with postage and handling and all the rest of it, it costs around £200 to get that to the UK, $200, sorry, to get that into the UK. When you buy $1,000 membership here, you get one of these free if you're one of the first 300 to join. And this was just announced a couple of days ago. So if you join today, I'm pretty sure they haven't announced anything like it's run out yet. Then you're going to get a nice free present in the post as soon as you sign up. All right, so get that done. That's the end of part one of our presentation. I hope you've enjoyed it. Get the invite link from your friend if you love this and you want to be a part of this great community. They will send you a link. Takes all of 2 minutes to sign up, and then fund your account. And within 24 hours, you will enjoy daily passive profits. They're totally passive. You just join. There's no adverts to click, no trends to watch, no signals to follow, no charts to study, nothing. Really simple. You sign up, they put your money to work, and they pay a nice, handsome profit every day. Every single day, that money, the profits drop straight into your wallet. Part two is a bonus 15-minute section, and you're more than welcome to stay if you've loved what you've seen so far. It's optional, but highly recommended. If you are up for referring others, there's a phenomenal referral program attached to this incredible community building project. And so look, the company's vision is to do a $300 billion IPO within the next couple of years. And for that, they need a community. And so they're incentivizing people to join the community by paying a passive income. Great. But then incentivizing people to speak about the community so that the community grows even faster. And so for that, we've got the most lucrative referral program that I've ever seen. 24 years, as I say, of direct sales. I've been in this space for more years than I care to mention, but I've mentioned it anyway. But look at this. The 3 rewards that you can earn, each and every one of them, massive standalone profits. The first one is for everybody. unilevel rewards. It's an affiliate program. So every time you refer a contact of yours to HyperFund and they sign up and buy a membership, whether it's $300, $3,000 or $30,000, doesn't matter. Every time a community member joins, whatever they make every day, whatever profits they make every single day, you make 20% match. Now you might invite somebody that's making, I don't know, $100 a month. You'll make $20 a month every month. You invite them once. They sign up once. They make profit every day and you make a percentage match profit every day. So if somebody's making $1,000 a month, you'll make $200 a month because you introduce them. If somebody goes on to make $10,000 a month, you will make $2,000 a month because you introduce them. But guess what's going to happen? If you start introducing a few people, it's only a matter of time before they start introducing a few people. Because let me tell you this, when you're making a passive income every single day, you can't help but get more and more excited. Your belief gets stronger, your understanding gets deeper, you turn up to a couple of extra Zooms and you really get it, and then you become an advocate, a walking billboard, and you start telling your contacts, hey, listen, I'm part of this amazing community and they pay me every day. Would you like to find out how? And your friend comes along to a Zoom, your friend's friend now brings somebody to a Zoom, and they sign up. That's your second level. Now, if you want to earn on all of your second tier referrals, these are your indirect referrals. If you want to earn on those, then you just got to refer 2 people. In fact, this pay plan is really simple. If you refer 3 people directly on your level 1, the company pays you on 3 massive levels of referrals. So if you referred 5, for example, and they referred 5 each, that would be 25 people on your second level. And if they referred 5 each, that'd be 125 people on your third level. And every time they earn, so do you. Ka-ching, 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 every time. And that goes on. If you referred 10 people, 15 people, 20 people, every person you refer personally on your level 1 directly opens up another level, up to 20 levels deep. That's massive. Tiny percentages, but paid daily. Micro payments paid daily. Passive, residual, solid, sustainable income on a 20-level affiliate program. How about that? So you just got to unlock the levels with personal referrals. That's our pay plan done. 1 page, finito. Napkin presentation. Now, of course, I'll go into a little bit more depth for color and visual demonstration, but that's it. Nice and easy. No balancing tricks, no CV, BV, QV, MV, whatever other V there might be. Just real simple. You build your front line, that opens up levels, and every time somebody earns, so do you. That's it, done. So here's an example. You buy a membership and you start earning immediately. Day 1, you'll start earning. You sign up and fund your account today. Tomorrow, 24 hours later, you get paid. And every day you get paid. You refer a friend of yours, John, to the meeting, to the Zoom. John shows up, loves it, and signs up. Uses your link. John's going to make $3,000 because the promotion is on. You're going to make $600. 20% of John's income. John makes 300. You make 20%, 3,000. You make 20% of the 3,000. Whatever level of membership you refer, you'll make 20% of what they make. A 300 membership referred, 900 to them, times 20%, 180 to you. Done. When they refer people, you make 15%, which means that if John invites Mary and they sign up for $1,000, you're in for $450 on level 2. And that's whatever level of membership comes in on level 2. Every time somebody signs up through one of your contacts on your second level, you'll make 15% match daily. And that goes on for 20 levels. Imagine. Now it gets better. If you put in a little bit of hard work, a little bit of effort, you push and make it happen and start synergizing and working with your team, there's no limit to what you can create here. This company pays unlimited levels. Look at this. We have a VIP reward. That's the second kind of income you can earn for building the community. And it's a beautiful ladder of achievement, if you like, a career ladder that you can climb up. Look at this. As an expert, you will earn an extra 0.5% on every single member in your organization daily. As a pro, 1%. 1 star, 3%. And that continues all the way up to 15% per person to infinity in your organization every single day. Huge. Again, we've got amazing people around the world that are creating waves, a global team. There's more countries here than I know of, that's for sure, but I can quickly spot UK, Italy, South Africa, America, at a glance. They're like, I can literally just see those straight away. Rising stars as pro. Look at this. Congratulations, because teamwork will get you here. Hard work gets you to expert. Teamwork gets you to pro. And then you continue the journey, all right? So, you start developing leadership, your own skills, and people in your team, and you get to 1 star. Amazing, amazing people all over the world. UK represented, Italy represented, where are we? South Africa represented, India represented. A real nice, but again, you can see it's just starting. Like 99% of the countries on the planet aren't represented yet. So we're looking for you. This is the time. Rising 2 stars. Look at this. We've got Roman in Germany, Giovanni in Italy, Rory in South Africa, and Chris and Federico. I think they're in Italy, but I don't want to say that for sure because I haven't confirmed. But, just a beginning, but a beautiful, beautiful thing. Again, how blessed am I that I've got a phenomenal friend who works closely with me, and together we've been hitting literally the ranks together. So, he started shortly after I did, and just, tailing me. Every time I hit a rank, he hits a rank within a few weeks after that. And, awesome individual that's just making stuff happen and creating a lot of success for his organization. And then we've got Rodney out in the USA, leading the way as a 4-star. What a phenomenal achievement. And then, of course, last but not least, our very own Keith and Tom. And I'm blessed to work with Keith. He's my sponsor and dear friend of 20 plus years. And, just an amazing individual that deserves all of the hard work he's put in over the last 12 months, not even 12 months. I mean, we both saw this in November when he invited me to have a look at it. He'd just seen it himself, and we did our due diligence together. We went on that journey of studying this and working it. And he just worked his tail off. I waited. I was a little bit more resistant, if you like, to getting started for a couple of months. But I started my journey in January, shortly afterwards. And, there they are. So just a couple of people at the 5-star rank. And then, of course, we've got our amazing, amazing master distributor, Robert, who's just been just a godsend to all of us. Because if it wasn't for this individual's vision and his ability to be in the right place at the right time, then I wouldn't be here, because then Keith wouldn't be here, and then Keith's upline, Tom, wouldn't be there, and Robert wouldn't have had any of this started, right, through us. It would have started, but maybe in a different format, in a different space. So I'm just thankful that he saw what he saw way before it was launched and was part of the making of the whole project. And so if you teach others about this phenomenal concept called compounding, then I want to just give you a quick glimpse into the future. Look at this. If you tell a few who tell a few who tell a few more, and you build a small team of 100 people on your first 3 levels, might take you 6 months to do that, might take you a year to do that, might take you 3 months to do that. I don't know. It depends on your availability, your experience, your influence, etc. But that small structure there earns you $135,000. Just that little structure of compounders, $135,000 over the next 12 months. And that's just the first 3 levels. What about level 4 to 20? There's an extra 17 levels I haven't mentioned. So you're looking at rock star lifestyle change here if you can just get this done, all right? Now, reminding you who this is with. This isn't just a fancy pitch. These are the world's biggest blockchain alliance, delivering what many have only ever been able to promise to deliver. Collinstar Capital, just one of the pillars. Some write-ups in the media. $300 million blockchain fund set up. Phenomenal. Collinstar Holdings acquires BI1 Group for $100 million. That's right. They bought a company 2 years after they started Collinstar Capital for $100 million. How many owners of companies do you know that launch a company and 2 years later buy a company for $100 million? That's who these people are. Deep pockets, vast amounts of experience, and a massive success record. And so I was taught many years ago that success leaves clues. And if you can follow the clues, then, there's the track right there. These guys are on the success track. I'm now on it with them. I hope you can see what they've done is worth getting on the track with them. And as they say, the last 6 years are nothing compared to the next 6. So I'm really excited about what they're going to create in the next 6. But it's always important to remember that you can be in the right place at the right time. But the most crucial part is the ability to make the right decision. All right. And so talking of decisions, I've got a question for you to see if you're ready for the next level of your success or not. It's a little bit of a mindset test. If you haven't noticed, I'm a little bit playful, me. I like to have a little bit of a smile as we do stuff. So I've got a question for you. It's a serious question though. So let's put our serious face on. Deep breath and put your fingers on the buzzer. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, here goes. If a friend offers you a world-class opportunity that's 100% transparent and genuine, what do you do? Do you say thank you and run with them, or run in the opposite direction? Now, it's interesting I say that, isn't it? Because 24 years in this industry, you see everything. You see the people that you think are definitely going to do it run in the opposite direction, and people you think, gosh, am I even wasting my time and their time? And suddenly they light up, they see it, and bang, they're on side. So you never know. So we show this to everybody, because here's what I know for a fact. Every human being was born to win. We are born to create. We're born to progress. And I don't know if there's I've never met a human being on the planet, that's for sure. I've never met a human being that doesn't want more of something, whatever that might be. Whether it's, some people have too much time, not enough money. Others have too much money, not enough time. Could be either of those. Maybe you want just more freedom. Maybe you want more peace of mind. Maybe that's your thing. Maybe you want to spend more time looking after yourself, looking after your loved ones. Maybe you want to eat in nice restaurants and travel, go left in an airplane rather than right. I don't know. Everyone's different. Maybe you want to maybe if you've got children, you want to send them to better schools. Maybe you want to move from the postcode you're into a nicer postcode. Maybe you want to give your family better experiences through this thing called life. Whatever that might be, everybody wants something, but very few get it. So why do so many struggle? What's going on there? Well, having studied human behavior for 24 years, I can tell you the simple version: mindset. And I often say mindset is everything. And so with that said, let's have a little bit of a simple study, right? This isn't a Yale University study or a Harvard study. It's a simple KP study. And here's how it goes. 90% of people in the world possess what is called a common mindset. And that just means that they have a mindset that's in common. It thinks a certain way. And 10% have an uncommon mindset. They have a success-seeking mindset. And if we compare the two, look at the difference. The common mindset, for no reason, out of the blue, throws a curveball, sees the same presentation that I saw, sees the same presentation that many have seen and jumped in and said yes and are experiencing daily rewards with, and comes out with something like, oh, it's a scam, looks like a pyramid. Isn't that fascinating? The same presentation. So why would that be? Because they haven't learned to think like the 10%. So the success-seeking mindset says, it could be a scam, let me do my due diligence. And anyone that does a little bit of due diligence very quickly comes to the conclusion that you do not call something a scam when it's publicly listed on several stock exchanges all over the world and has developed in 6 years more than, to be honest, anyone on the planet that I know of. There's not a single company in the world that I know of in the last 6 years that has produced the level of success that these guys have. Doesn't exist. So that knocks that one in there. And then looks like a pyramid. Surely you realize so does everything. Everything looks like a pyramid. Your family's hierarchy, the great-grandparents, and then they had some kids and they had some, that looks like a pyramid. When you went to school, there was one headmaster or headmistress with teachers and then students. That looked like a pyramid. Then you went to work. There's one boss and then managers and then staff. That looked like a pyramid. When you went to vote for the first time, there was one government, one politician at the head of that with their cabinet and then their staff and then you to vote. That looks like a pyramid. Wherever you look, all organizational structures look like a pyramid. So I think you may need to adjust the thinking a little bit to the right and say, right, let me find out what this network marketing thing is and what's the difference between this and illegal money rotation schemes. And now you get to learn. Now you study, you become a student of the subject that you want to master. Some people say, I don't have experience. Well, be ready to learn new skills. Be open. Be ready to pivot. Times are changing. If you're hanging around to old skills, you're already writing your future in a way that isn't very empowering. You want to be learning new skills always. I can't afford $300. Do you know what? I know what it's like. I've been there on more than one occasion. I've never had a job. I've never had the luxury of somebody else putting money into my bank account, ever. I was 10, 11 years old when I started my first hustle, and I haven't stopped since. So I know what it's like when you go through those times when you haven't got it. But you know what? That's when you really got to pull it out of yourself. That's when you got to go deep and make something happen. You got to ask yourself the question, why haven't I got $300? And what am I going to do to find it? What am I going to do to not be in this situation? Because saying you can't afford it keeps you there. Asking why you can't gives you access to something. I don't have time. Again, you've locked yourself in. The minute you make a sweeping statement, that's it. It's a full stop. But what you could say is, you know what? I'm never too busy for freedom. I want more. And so now you create time so you can have more time. You don't want to be the one that dies busy, all right? You want to die free. What if I fail? What if I succeed? Just a flip of one word and bang, the whole experience changes from fear to victory. And so my very simple training here demonstrates very clearly and categorically that anyone can shift their thinking from left to right, from common to success seeking to uncommon. And so my invitation is that if you're finding yourself a little bit cloudy, a little bit resistant, maybe a little bit stuck somewhere, find out what that is, get to the root of it, yank it out and reframe it. So what are the next steps? Very simply, if you're ready for the next level of your success, congratulations, we welcome you to our team. 3 steps. Number 1, sign up. When should I sign up, Kalpesh? Now. While you're present to the information, it's fresh, your desire is high, you get it, now's the time. Ask your questions, wrap it up and make the decision. As soon as you make the decision, take the action as well, because life will get in the way, always does. Even today, I signed up a guy I spoke to about 4 months ago and kept saying he signed up his account, just never funded it. And it took him 4 months to get around to funding it. People are in all different places when they say stuff and do stuff. The more you can say something and do it when you say it, and say what you do and do what you say, the quicker life starts to work better for you. Number 2, book your getting started training. This is imperative. You want to get as much training as possible, all right? Plug into your sponsor, plug into your upline leadership team, and make sure you attend as many trainings as possible, as quickly and as often as possible, so that you're sharpening the sword and getting better and better and better. And the number 1 skill to master, once you know why you're in the business, and what you want to achieve out of it, and how you've got to do it, your daily action steps, the biggest skill you want to improve on in the beginning is inviting. So plug in and play. Turn up to every Zoom, show up to earn. All right. So showing up is half the battle, and then invite people to take a look. That's it. You're just inviting people with an open mind to come and have a look and see what you've seen, hear what you've heard, and make their own mind up. They're all intelligent. You don't force anyone. You don't convince anyone. You let them see, you let them hear, and then you give them the due diligence and they make their own minds up. Of course you follow up, but you don't force anyone. And so I want to leave you all with a gift. I want to thank everyone that's been here today with us. I know we did max the room out. We were at 100 at the beginning. And so, I know there would have been plenty of people that didn't get on today. So make sure you bring them back tomorrow. People often ask me, Kalpesh, what is the secret to success? So here's a gift for you. You can keep this one for free, for life. There's no secret, just a formula. You can improve any area of your life you choose to improve, but you've got to choose to improve it. All right. Whether it's your mental or physical wellness, your relationships, your communication skills, your personal spiritual awareness, your leadership skills, your financial well-being, whatever area of your life you're committed to improving, you have a chance if you apply this sentence. And that is to know that success is simply a consistent series of improved actions over time. There's no secret. Get focused on the area you want to improve, and then that's it. Consistently working on it, improving it, and watch. Over time, it's impossible to not transform your complete life experience, because that then becomes a way of life. So thank you. I want to let you also know that we have these presentations throughout the week. There's a full schedule. So plug in and play. Get hold of the schedule, get hold of the links from the person that invited you. And, we do this presentation Monday to Thursday. Every Monday and Friday, Robert does one, our master distributor at 2:00 UK time. Every Saturday, withdrawal and back office and exchange training with Keith. And every Sunday, we do a business and leadership training, 3 p.m. So plug in and play. And as I always say, if you're not plugged in, you are on your way out. Whether you realize that or not, that's down to you. But that's the nature of the beast. It's the nature of all of life. If you're not plugged into your marriage, you're on your way out. If you're not plugged into a relationship, you're on your way out. If you're not plugged into your career, you're on your way out. If you're not plugged into this business, you're on your way out. It's just the nature of life, right? But we don't seem to get that sometimes. So get plugged in if you want to succeed.